Streaming. I believe we are live. Drip.
We are live.
Hello, friend. How you doing? How's the people?
Great.
I'm only minorly out of breath because I just ran up the stairs and then ran down the stairs very quickly. Well, welcome to
run?
Because we were late.
We weren't late. We're right on time.
Oh,
It's 8:01.
1 minute late. Hey, 1 minute late. If you're not
How is
on
everybody?
time, if you're not 5 minutes early, you're not on time. That's the way it works.
That's true. If you're not early, you're late.
That's right.
That's true.
Guys, how we doing? Welcome to the stream. If you're watching this stream after the live has already ended, thanks for that. By the way, we appreciate that. But make sure to like the stream. Make sure to engage in the YouTube comments. Or if you're live with us, make sure to say hi in the chat. What is up, Toon Link RPG? What's up? Speaking of which, and yeah, we're gonna do this podcast tonight. We're talking about Zelda tonight. That's very fun. It's always fun to talk about Zelda. We're also gonna talk about some Switch 2 stuff. Both are leaks. Probably both are bullshit. Actually, no, it's not leak. Actually, no. The Switch 2 is not leak. Switch 2 is an actual patent.
Okay, that's a thing. Yeah, it's an actual thing. So that's one thing. We'll see. The Zelda things, I feel like that's going to be a very interesting conversation. I have lots to say on that.
Cool. I'm excited to hear what you got to say about that.
Toon Link.
Toon Link. Super Smash Bros.
Power Mad. We're good. How are you?
Man. Power Mad.
The game.
The guy. He's the guy, man. He's the guy.
Yeah, Wind Waker coming to Switches. Yeah, we're going to talk about it. We'll talk about it.
Toon Link, we've discussed that a billion times on this podcast over the past 2 years.
Yeah, you know what else? We actually talk about that sometimes on private podcasts that only our members get to see.
What are you saying?
Only our members get to see.
What are you saying, Drip?
What I'm saying is, for the price of a cup of coffee, you could become a member of the Drip and Geeb podcast and get extra podcasts every single month, Geeb. Every month.
So you're saying you could either spend $5 on a cup of coffee, which at Starbucks isn't even a full cup, or
you get a little bit, yeah.
You could get an hour personalized private stream with you and me and you people who buy the cup of coffee. And have lots of fun.
What I'm saying.
And we have
what I'm saying.
We have a personalized discussion. Is that like that? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying?
That is exactly what I'm saying.
Well, Drip, I would like to tell you and everybody else that you can become a member of the Drip and Geeb podcast with the links down below. I feel like a salesman. I'm trying to sell you a product that we technically kind of sell. So
yeah,
make sure that you guys become a member if you can. If you can't, that's all good. Make sure to keep coming to the live streams. It's totally free. But if you cannot, or I'm sorry, if you can't afford if you can buy Drip and I a half a coffee every month because we split this revenue.
We can split them. We can split the coffee.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Drip and I will split the coffee if you guys give us $5 a month. That we'd appreciate.
Yeah, it'd be great. Rushing. Yes. I'm dragging. Rushing. Dragging.
Did you watch Whiplash last night?
Yes, I did. I did. It was good, man. It was very good. I
really
really enjoyed it, actually.
As a percussionist drummer myself, and also a fan of Miles Teller, who is from the Philadelphia area, of course, I watched that movie when it came out, and
it was good.
It's a good one.
Yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, and I think they did a decent job with the music. I have to rewatch it to remember, but some movies do a really bad job recreating music because they're not musicians and they're just doing their best.
God, that drum solo at the end was ridiculous.
Yeah, they do a good job.
Like, holy hell, that was badass. I was like, how long is he gonna go? Like, this is crazy. Yeah, Hari needs to watch Tombstone still. That's a thing. I watched Whiplash.
Yeah.
You got So it's your turn.
You got icy like mango. I see.
I got the mango. Yes, the mango.
We need that on the soundboard. You saying
mango!
icy like mango.
Yeah. Okay. These are things we need to write down to do through the week. I always forget every single time we do this shit. It's like, oh yeah, we need a new playlist.
You know what I'm gonna do?
In the pre-show.
My notebook is out of reach right now, but for next week, I'm going to get my notebook.
Your handy dandy notebook?
No. that's for other things. My other notebook. I'm gonna keep that within arm's reach. So when we say, "Hey, there's something we need to do," there's gonna be a page.
Write it down.
There's gonna be a page dedicated to just random things Drip and I think of on the spot. That's what the page is gonna be called, and that's what we're gonna have that.
Yes.
So you do know the difference. What is that reference of?
That's
Whiplash. Yeah.
Are you upset? Are you upset?
Well, it's funny too, Drip, because I and my full name.
I'm upset.
I did marching band and marching percussion growing up too, and it's a military activity, right? It's the roots are from military, so like those roots have carried on even to high school marching band. And my drum teacher back in the day, he was very intense would be an understatement to describe him. So the very intense drum teacher, percussionist, or a musician, like it hits home to me very hard. So like I can relate to what Miles was feeling in that movie. Plenty of times.
Asshole. Hey guys, do me a favor while we're in the pre-show here. If you have not, make sure you like the stream. It helps. Please do that. Also, don't forget you can become a member. Become a member. We're going to start pushing a little bit, guys. We got to push these membership things. We really want you guys to be members. We want to do lots of stuff for our members. We just don't have that many right now. We really, really want to do stuff, but to do it, we need people to do it for.
I'm playing the sound, by the way. It's not just me doing this.
Yeah, it looks very weird to me because I don't hear anything.
I'm sure it looks weird to other people too.
Thumbs up. Like, I didn't know what you were doing. I was just like, cool, man. Yeah, do
the stream.
Just do what you do. I had no idea what other sound went with it. I was like, all right, Geeb's just being weird. It's fine.
I'm just
no big
weird.
deal.
It's what I do, man. I just be weird. It's what I do. Oh, and with the 5th pick of the 2027 NFL basketball draft of baseball, the Geeb Podcast.
That's what we need to do. We need to do another draft.
Drafts are fun. We had so much fun with that draft.
We did, yeah.
Last time.
We're thinking about doing a game that you guys. How do you feel about dad jokes tonight? Yes, no. That's all we really got right now. Demon King? Secret Stone?
That's a good one for the game, Drip. That's a good one for our voice game that we do.
Oh, yeah, it is. That's a good one for a soundbite, too. Demon King?
Man.
Secret Stone?
Hey, Harry, can you write this shit down for me and then send it to me after the podcast? So I can remember this stuff.
What were the things? Wait, hold on. What were the things? That, Demon King, Secret Stone,
and something else I don't remember. Mango. You see, like mango.
And a new playlist for the pre-show.
New playlist for the
pre-show is a must. We've been using the same Zelda lo-fi playlist all year.
I mean, I've been using it for a couple of years, honestly.
I'm just saying, like for this, we need a new one.
Yeah.
If you just remind me, I'll go find stuff and just build one. It'll be great. It'll be wonderful.
I did start us a playlist. You can just add to it.
Oh, where's it at?
It's on our YouTube, on our Drip and Geeb YouTube. If you go to playlists,
oh, is it?
Yeah,
I'm using Amazon Music.
Drip and Geeb YouTube, our YouTube account. This one that we're streaming on right now. Go to our playlist. You'll see the playlist. It's right there. There's not a ton on it. It's just stuff that we already
no
use.
idea that was there.
I've told you multiple times. You forget.
No, you have not.
Sure.
You definitely have not. I don't know.
Sure.
Oh crap! I did forget some. I am gonna have to run upstairs. I forgot to get the Binbok controller.
Yeah, we'll go get it right now. I'll talk to the people. It's fine.
All right, give me 1 second.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're stuck with Uncle.
Dad jokes. See right there. We're doing them.
You're stuck with Uncle Geeb for now while Drip goes to get his controller. Tonight, the podcast is sponsored by Binbok. That's always fun. We appreciate Binbok for becoming the third sponsor of Geeb Podcast. I mean, the one and only sponsor at the moment, but I should say the sponsor of the podcast. They're the sponsor of the episode. That's what we don't do long-term sponsorships until we have a deal like that. But this deal is only for one video. Anyway, how we doing tonight, guys? Drip will be back in a minute. All you need is an admin staffer. Full Metal, we ain't got budget. Hence why we push the memberships so we can afford to even maybe hire people or something like that. I don't know. That'd be great. I would love to hire some people to help us out with this show. That'd be fantastic. Hey, Drip is back. Look at that. Back already. He's back in black. He hits the sack.
Right?
Yeah. Demon King? Secret Stone?
Secret Stone?
Fucking stupid. Why'd they do that?
4 times.
I can't believe they did that. I'm okay. I can't wait to see what Nintendo brings up for Zelda game before the intro. Yeah, I don't know if anything, man. We'll talk about it tonight. I hope that they bring us something. I would love nothing more. Like, what a perfect Christmas gift. Birthday gift for me, even. My birthday's coming up soon. I would love to have, like, a gift from Nintendo. Be like, hey, Shadow Drop. Hey, Ocarina of Time came out my birthday in 98. What if they for the 29th, and well, what year was that in 98? So that, how many anniversaries? 20 for the 26th anniversary of Ocarina of Time. on the day they could shadow drop Ocarina of Time Remastered. How do you feel about that? Let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, sure, why not?
Not the one we want. We obviously want the Wind Waker Twilight Princess, and that's what's been leaking. But
we'll talk about it.
But a remaster.
We're not even into the show yet. Don't even talk about this yet. Shush.
I'm just making conversation.
Oh, that's not conversation we're having right now. We're not having that conversation right now.
Oh, I've been told.
Membership drive for an admin.
Right. I was telling them earlier. My sister said that we should get like an admin. You know, we should hire somebody to what Hari is. You know, remember the time we tried to hire Hari?
Yeah.
And
nailed it.
We should try to hire somebody who's like Hari. But I was like, I would love to, but we don't.
Well, yeah. As soon as we had the idea to do that, he was also leaving to go to college.
Yes, it was bad timing.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, he had other priorities. I'm not gonna give him shit for that.
Graduate.
You know?
He's about to graduate soon, dude.
Man, good old.
How many more years you got, Hari? Until freedom.
He's still got at least
2. I think it's 2. This one and the next one, he's done. I mean, assuming it's a 4-year program.
Is that right? Or,
this is his. Yeah, man.
They grow up so fast,
dude.
Geeb,
You and I met in 2020. We're about to hit. We're hitting 2024 in a couple days.
Was it last year his first year of college, or was it last year's second year? Is this his third year?
This is his 3rd year.
Good God.
I'm almost positive. Hari, correct me if I'm wrong.
I don't know if you're right about that.
I think I am. This is his 3rd year.
They grow up so fast.
Because Joe is about to graduate high school. That sounds about right. Anywho, you guys make sure you're liking that stream if you're hopping in. Drip, I feel like we should get the show on the road here. I feel no reason to delay this pre-show any more.
That's fine. Yeah, go ahead, man. I'm good. I'm ready.
Cool.
I got my stuff. Where are we putting the ad break? I don't know where the ad break is.
Well, in between. Obviously, we'll talk about the Switch too. Then we'll talk about the ad break, and then we'll get into the Zelda stuff. That's the show, guys. Cool. There you go. Cool. Set that music off.
Now you know. You don't have to watch it. See ya. Have a good night. What do you? Oh no, never mind. We'll talk about that too. Oh yeah, sorry.
How many times you asked Drip a question before he hears you?
Did you ask me that more than just now?
That was the 3rd time. Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah. It's amazing. You never cease to, I say this to my lovely fiance all the time, and you're the same. You people with ADHD, you never cease to amaze me.
I'm an amazing person. What can I say?
Sure are. This podcast was brought to you by Uncle Geeb Productions. Hey guys, and welcome everyone to the Drip Geeb Podcast. I'm your host, Uncle Geeb, and with me is Host Drip Media Gaming. We record this podcast live every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can listen to this podcast on Apple, Spotify, Google, or anywhere you can find a podcast. You can also become a member of this podcast with the links down below. You get extra podcast content every single month. Drip, how are you doing this evening? We got some Zelda stuff to talk about tonight. That's very, very exciting. Also, there's a new Nintendo patent that dropped that makes it look an awful lot like a 3DS. Are we getting a 3DS 2? Maybe? I don't know.
We're getting the 4DS.
It's actually the 4DS. It's blowing my mind.
I do believe I got a leak from our guy who's got the uncle's friend's cousin who's a janitor at Nintendo.
That's right. Yes.
So yeah. No big deal. I got the inside scoop on that. We'll talk about it. We'll get there.
Good.
We'll get there. But I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Zelda. We get to talk about Zelda. We get to talk about the thing I love to talk about, which I don't know if we're going to be talking all that great about it. But we get to talk about it, so that's cool.
Yeah, because
I got new tires. New tires.
I know. You didn't actually buy them either. They're free, correct?
They were free.
You're actually getting paid to use those tires.
I am. Oh, yeah.
Can you have them send me tires? I literally need tires right now.
I needed them. So I'm telling you, I was literally on like NASCAR style racing slicks, dude.
I told you I was crashed into a river with my car because I need tires.
Dude,
so
I'm telling you, like the other day, it was raining here. I was supposed to go pick the kids up. I called my mom. I'm like, listen, I'm dropping my car off at your house, there's no way I'm driving my kids 2 hours in this death trap on the interstate when it's raining. It ain't happening.
Yeah.
They were that bad.
For sure. Well, I'm sure mine are not too far behind yours. So see if you can get them free tires my way. That'd be great.
Yeah. Hey, guys, just check out tireagent.com. Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor. We have a sponsor today, actually.
Not a sponsor.
Not them.
But
we'll get to Binbok.
Check them out. They're great. They're great.
But yeah, Drip, man. What are you drinking this week for the beer of the week that we've already discussed in the pre-show?
Well, I have a beautiful. I guess it's just a little ode to summer, since we're into the cold weather. Halloween is past. We're into the fall season officially.
Some people would argue that Halloween never happened. Drip.
It didn't happen. It's not a real thing.
Go fuck yourself.
I'm just remembering summer with a little icy light mango. IC stands for Iron City. This stuff's brewed in Pittsburgh.
I see, like I'm looking at mango.
Yeah, this is, yeah. I see mango. Yes, that's what I got. It's good. It's very light beer. 95 calories per 12 ounces. 3.8% alcohol. So you can drink about 100 of them.
Wow.
What do you got?
I have something that's the last one of the bunch. Remember a few weeks back, I had purchased a big old fat pack of
The
Angry Orchards.
Yes.
This is just the last one. This is the regular old crisp apple Angry Orchard. So refreshing, so beautiful. 180 calories for 12 ounces, so twice the calories of yours.
Yeah.
So that's not great. I'm gonna get fat
I'm
tonight.
drinking responsibly, Geeb.
I'm trying to find the percent, 5%. So I'm just bigger and better than you tonight.
You are bigger and better all around. Yeah, you are.
I love me some Angry Orchard. I always say this to people: if you ever see Angry Orchard on tap, you get that. You get it. Angry Orchard on tap is a life-changing experience. It's
Man, that's
so
what remember I used to
freaking
tell
good,
you,
man.
When you first started drinking this on the podcast, I was telling you about woodchuck.
Yeah.
In Fairmont, there used to be this place. It's still there. It's way different now, but it's called the College Lunch. I believe they had woodchuck on tap, but
Yeah.
it's like you said, like unreal.
Yeah.
So good.
It's just take the refreshingness to an all level, like a all new level.
It's a great way to just drink way too much, way too fast, and then get a bellyache and a huge headache the next day.
That's right.
Perfect for all
Speaking
that.
of giving people a headache, this Switch 2 stuff is getting on my last nerve. Getting on my freaking last nerve.
Yeah,
I want to stop
like
talking
this.
about it. But you know what? We kind of have to talk about it because of the lack of Nintendo news, but also because we're a Nintendo podcast. We got to talk about Nintendo. Unless we shift gears entirely. All we have to go on is the Zelda stuff we'll get to in a minute, but also the Switch 2. New patents dropped from Nintendo, if you didn't hear, beautiful folk out there. Nintendo publicly put out some patents, and it's very, very interesting. They basically looks like a 3DS or a 2DS XL, but the big main difference is that the outer shell, where on the 2DS, 3DS, if you imagine when you close the clamshell, there's no screen on that side. Obviously, that's like just the outside. But on this,
that's usually where the Hylian shield's at, right?
right? Yeah, unless you sold it. But on this version, there's a screen. There's a screen on it. So basically, looking at 3 screens.
You could just put a Hylian shield on the screen as like a background,
like a wallpaper, but it's not like you can't.
Oh, but it's also Nintendo, and they won't give us wallpaper. So there's that as well.
Oh no!
So never mind, we can't do that. It's a good thought, though. That'd be fun if we could.
It's a great thought. But yeah, so these patents are interesting looking. Drip. Kind of, what are your first thoughts? Kind of looking at these. Patents?
Do you have them up on screen? I can't see.
About to.
Okay. Yeah. Well, when you showed me this earlier, because I saw Kevin Kenson put a video out today.
That's right.
But I didn't watch the video. All I saw was the thumbnail, and I was like, "Are we really doing this dual screen? Like, why are we talking about this?" I didn't realize that this is why. Initially, yeah, you see this right here. It looks like a 2DS. It looks exactly like the 2DS that I had. The fact that it comes apart,
yes,
is interesting.
Didn't even mention that. So it splits in 2, as the article says.
Yeah. Okay. I thought you already mentioned that. It's got another screen on the other side, and it splits in 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
So do you remember the thing we were talking about? We've been talking about the Switch 2 having another way to switch.
Yes.
Like, what if this is real? What if this is real and this is actually the way? I mean, it's probably not.
Well,
let's be
let's be clear here, because their wording is confusing me. This is a real patent. Let's not get that confused.
But this isn't the Switch 2.
Right. Well, we have no idea what this is. This is just a Nintendo patent. So I think people are saying that this is a Switch 2. They're just speculating, right? I'm not speculating. I'm just, the Nintendo put out a patent, and now we speculate on the patent. I don't know if this is the Switch 2. I really don't think it is. If anything,
it's not. There's absolutely no way.
I think this is an awesome accessory, possibly. Or hey, have you thought about this, Drip? Because this is something I thought about pretty quickly after seeing this patent. Have you thought about the thought that this is Nintendo getting back into handhelds only, and this is the
about
Switch.
that too.
This is the whatever they're going to call it, the Switch something, right? And it's this is the handheld version of the Switch. This is the replacement of the Switch Lite and the Switch 2 Pro or whatever they're going to call it, right? Switch 2 Super Switch. That's going to be the Switch that we know today, that we know and love, the regular tablet that docks. This is going to be the Switch that switches in a different way, like the screen comes off. And it switches like that. Like that's how they keep the Switch gimmick while still restricting it to being handheld only.
Now, here's what would be very interesting, actually. And let's say it is something like that. But this, with all these screens and all this stuff, if this is a real thing, to utilize that, you need to be doing other things that the Switch isn't doing right now, and with your software development. You know what I mean?
Right.
So what if this, and obviously this is all just, we're just having fun talking about this. This probably isn't real, but like, what if this is where we see, we saw handheld and console come together. What if something like this is where we see them kind of split back apart? I mean, we do have something that is a little bit more powerful. Like, it has good screens, not like the 3DS crappy screens, but completely different games being developed for this. But it is, you're right, in that Switch family.
Yeah.
But it's its own thing. And then the developers for this go on to their own thing, and then the Switch becomes more powerful and starts to focus a little bit more maybe on power instead of all as much versatility.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I hear what you're saying. I'm not a fan of that idea. I don't think that they should merge outward again. I think they should keep the handheld division and the console division in the same division. You keep it all in-house, keep it on one console. Because the main reason, while this device kind of has promise, is kind of cool if it's a handheld only and is less power than whatever the home console would be. I think that's Nintendo going backwards, because think about all the problems we used to have with like mobile games, like mobile versions of games on handhelds, like 3DS, all the like the 3DS Minecraft and 3DS this, 3DS that, like the 3DS version of the games, PS Vita versions of games that weren't, all those problems we had back in that time where the games were different, the same game but in different, that was not good for gaming. I think that the merger of handheld coming in and the console being blended together is the future.
You're right.
Regressing.
Maybe. Because you have to remember how far we've come in mobile technology since then, too. Like, the Switch now is 2050. You could put a lower powered thing out with some different screens that did some fun stuff. Maybe make it marketed a little bit toward, you know what I mean? Like a smaller handheld. Like the 3DS was kind of marketed a little bit more towards younger kids. I mean, adults had it, but let's be honest. Who can hold a 3DS comfortably as an adult? Not many people.
Not me.
Not many people. It hurts. Those are marketed for kids. Clearly, the size, so something like this wouldn't have to go that far back. You know what I mean? It could still be, it could look like it doesn't even need as much power as the Switch, especially if they're developing specific games for that, not worried about big third-party games coming to it. Those are coming to the new Switch. So it could be something like that. As long, I feel what you're saying, though. I don't want to see it happen. But if it did, I think they could do it in a way where it's not taking anything away from what Nintendo's doing over here. It's just another extra thing and their big gimmicky thing, and they can maybe make the Switch not so gimmicky. Maybe push that a little more straightforward.
So basically, it's their fill, Nintendo's fill, gimmick fill.
Yeah.
They get their giggles out of having all their gimmicks in one device, and that's the gimmick device.
And then the real thing,
And like for all the serious people out there who are not children, are like, okay, I'll just buy this
that's a good idea, honestly.
Yeah, but but you know what's a better idea? The Switch Lite. It's a much better idea. There's no gimmicks, which is great for everybody. And it has the full power of the regular console, but in a smaller, limited form factor that is more affordable. And that's a much better idea than a 3DS redo. As cool as dual screens can be, listen, Drip. Listen, this
triple screens.
Think about this for a second. Sorry, triple screens. Think about this. My great idea, my wonderful Geeb's wonderful Switch 2 Pro U Deluxe idea.
Oh, yeah. The Pro U Deluxe, yes.
Like the whole thing, well, but all seriousness, the whole thing where like my idea is that the Switch tablet works in continuity with a dock that has a brain in it. So there's basically two consoles in one, like a Wii U, for example. You know what I mean? My whole idea, right, can come to fruition if this is the Switch Lite version of the Switch 2, right? So it has the dual screen. So because you can't dock this Switch, the Switch Lite 2, we're gonna call it.
Yeah,
right?
but this could still do it.
This could still do it because there's three screens actually on the thing. So that is a very interesting.
But then you can
concept.
play it. Oh, that'd be very interesting.
So that's the Switch Lite 2, and my idea that I've had all along for these past few months. That's the Switch Pro or Switch 2.
What's the point of the screen on the?
I don't know. It could just be a thing where they need to fill the patent and they're trying to make it so people can't do what they want. So like, hey, we're also going to put another screen on it.
Yeah, it could be nothing. It could literally be nothing. I mean, there's a pile of We did that. We did a podcast.
We did a whole
There's
podcast
a pile of
on it.
Nintendo patents that have never seen the light of day.
Yeah.
So this could be that. It's still. I mean, it looks really. I mean, it's interesting. The fact that there's a screen on the outside is very interesting. Like I said, coolest thing that would be is backgrounds and stuff that you could put on there and then make your console look whatever way you wanted to. But, right now Nintendo says no to that. We don't get those. So it would just be a blank screen.
Yeah. Well, Drip, is that all we got to say? I think that was the quickest segment we've ever done.
I mean, I don't know what else to say about it. We don't know anything about it.
No, we don't.
I mean, it's cool looking. It is cool looking.
It is. We'll see what happens. I mean, again, if you haven't checked out the episode where I did all of my whole grand master plan idea of what the Switch 2 could be, basically the Wii U 2, but in such a better implementation, check that. I'll make sure to link that video down below. Check that video out. But so, guys. Oh, wait, I was going to move on to the next segment, but we have something else to do before the next segment, Drip. Guys, this episode of Drip G Podcast is sponsored by Binbok. I don't have my pin message ready. Here it is. Binbok. Binbok was founded in 2019 by 3 college friends in China, where they remain today developing new ideas for the gaming industry. Drip, I know that you have a ton of experience with Binbok. I also know that you have firsthand experience with many of their products and even have had direct input and feedback on some of their products.
Yeah, actually, I talked about that in today's video with all my controllers. I did. I had a lot of input into this actual controller right here. My ideas were heard in this controller, and it's very good. I love it. It's basically their answer to whatever pro controller you need. It's got literally everything and more. It's got extra buttons on the top, 3 trigger buttons on the top. 2 of them are programmable, and they're like hair triggers. So if you're playing a shooter, you can move those big ones over and have the hair triggers. It's great. The rumble's amazing. It's got its own type of motion control. I've never seen anything like it. It's amazing. These controllers, this one especially, this is one of the best controllers you can get for the Nintendo Switch right now. And it's crazy because as you said, I've had a lot of experience with them. I was reviewing their stuff from the beginning. I didn't like it. Didn't like it at all.
Yeah.
They work on their products. They take feedback. They're a good company at this point, and they're putting out a bunch of awesome stuff. They actually have another controller that's going to be here very soon that I'm very interested in. I can't remember the name of it, but it looks very cool. It looks very cool. It's got a bunch of open areas where you can see into the rumble motors and stuff, and like it's wild. It looks. They
cool. Got that and a bunch of other products on their website. You guys can make sure to check out their website, binbok.com. That is BINBOK.com. Also check out the link down below. You can check out that pro controller we just talked about, the BINBOKPLAY Ultra Pro controller. That link is down below. Make sure to pick it up on Amazon. 2-day shipping. Amazon. Lovely.
Yep.
Thanks, Binbok, for sponsoring today's episode. Drip.
Yes.
Zelda. Can Zelda sponsor the episode one day? Can we get to that point where Zelda sponsor? We get early access like Nintendo Life to play the next Zelda games and Mario games and all the Nintendo games. That would be fantastic, but we don't. We're not there yet.
We're not there. We're not there.
You know who also is not sponsored by Zelda? That's Dr. Toto. He does make good music though. Hey,
different people.
Yes. No, but for reals, who the heck, Drip? Who the heck is Dr. Toto?
Okay, that's the thing. I don't have his full history right in front of me. I think you have some of it right there. This guy is not he's not a leaker. That's the thing. This is where this new Zelda game coming this year stuff is coming from. Supposedly, there's a Zelda remake coming in 2023 because this guy said so.
Well, so it is written, so it shall be done, Drip.
No, okay. It's this guy's like an analyst. He looks at like market stuff and says, okay, you know, he puts
Oh, Power Mad. I'm not gonna read that, but you're hilarious. We all know.
Okay, sorry. This guy is an analyst. And listen, he predicted the Switch Pro was coming like 400 times and was just dead set that this is happening, this. Seemed to act like he knew everything. I mean, it never happened.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that he said would happen, and it's all based off of not really insider information in Nintendo or gaming really at all. It's just stuff in the market and the way that things are going with this company and that company that could be working on this part of this thing. That's where he gets all this stuff from. So for me, right now, to see this guy talking about a leak, about a game, which he has done before, and we can go there. I don't know. You're going to have to show me a little more than a couple letters and a couple numbers and a tweet that you deleted right after that.
That's why I'm showing you guys a Reddit post right now. But, oh, excuse me. Man, that was aggressive and sudden. So, guys, for reference, obviously, I'm going to read from this Reddit post here. He had posted in 2021 something similar. I think Drip kind of covered it a little bit. But Breath of the Wild being released, or what was it? Oh, it was for. Oh no, it was Tears of the Kingdom. Tears of the Kingdom. He was. Oh my God! Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, it was Tears of the Kingdom.
I think I breathed in something.
I don't know about this one, man, because it's like he could have known something then, and just they changed the date because they did. Clearly, they said it was coming out 1 year. We did know that. They did say it was coming out what was it, 2022, right?
Yeah, so let me just
and then in 2022 go ahead.
Before I start to die. In 2021, he had tweeted that something to the effect of Tears of the Kingdom, or not Tears of the Kingdom, they were going to announce a new Zelda game in 2022. Again, that was a tweet that happened in 2021. If you think about it, then obviously we know that Tears of the Kingdom ended up coming out in 2023, making him seem incredible. But here's my point I want to make, Drip. The point I would like to make is that in 2021, when he made that tweet, we can almost guarantee that Nintendo still had the plan of Tears of the Kingdom coming out in 2022. So he wasn't actually wrong, if you think of it like that. Okay. It wasn't until 2022, after the tweet was made, months after, that they decided to push the game a year so they could make sure that everything was top notch because of delays that they were having.
Yes.
So you can make the argument that he actually had credible information.
Yeah. Okay. To your point there, yes, you can. You totally can, because when you think about it, and you really we've talked about this, and I've talked about this in videos. We've talked about it on this podcast. The people who actually do get these leaks, like that, know things that are they actually know the things that are happening. Yeah. It's not just some bullshit they're throwing up on Twitter. It's not like when something changes that the person that gave them the information or wherever they got the information from is going to just say, oh, hey, remember how you knew that thing? Well, we changed that now. We wanted to make sure you knew. That's not how this works.
Right.
So to your point, yeah, that is totally what could have happened here. Completely. That makes a lot of sense. Also, this guy said the Switch Pro was coming out for 5 years, man. I don't know. I'm was dead set on it. And I don't know. There's been some other things too. He's been right about some stuff, and he's not somebody who puts out leaks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like he's somebody who's dropping leaks all the time.
He's not somebody leaking his proverbial pants. You wouldn't say.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
He's not. That was funny.
No offense, okay. Dr. Toto.
Okay. We have the story here. Okay, we've got the story. the thing about this is, I mean, what do you think? Is this happening or no? What's the probability? Okay, first of all, let's just get this out of here real quick.
Hold on. Can we repeat the tweet? Because we didn't even read the tweet.
Yeah, go ahead.
ZR 2023. That's the tweet.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I've seen people go online now saying that we're getting a new Zelda game in 2023.
That's like, first of all, that is the stretch of a lifetime. Like, that's cryptic stuff that, like, people are taking that as Zelda remake.
Zelda remake.
First of all, if you didn't know, if you haven't heard about Anchor, no. If you haven't heard, it's November 2nd, 2023, okay? For a Zelda game to be dropped in 2023 at this point is a shadow drop. It would have to be a shadow drop. That would blow the internet up. The internet would actually explode. It'd be like Y2K, but in 2023. Like the world would break if they shadow dropped a Zelda game. Okay, that's point number one. But let's just forget about that for a second. Not besides the fact that Nintendo's never going to do that, and if they did, it'd break the internet. All he said was ZR. That could be so many things. If you didn't know, the Switch, the controller, ZR is the trigger button. I mean, that could mean something about the trigger. But like it could be. You could take that in many ways.
Here's why they're drawing this. I don't think you saw this. This is why people are drawing this parallel. Okay, because the thing he said about Tears of the Kingdom, the tweet was Z2 2022 or something like that. He did the Z, but it was like at the time we didn't know it was called Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah,
it was just Breath of the Wild 2, so Zelda 2.
Right.
So now he's doing ZR 2023. That's why people are saying I
know, but people also got to remember that they're not in other people's heads as much as you might think you are. Like,
no,
he may not be saying what you might think he's saying.
He's not.
It's not.
I mean, he is, but he's wrong. And even if, listen, that's the thing. Even if he is saying that and it's right, okay? Let's say this is happening.
Yeah.
That game is not coming out this year. It may be announced later this month, maybe in December.
Yeah.
As like a little Zelda remake of a game.
He didn't say ZR announcement. He didn't say that. He said ZR.
Dude, we got a game. We got Mario RPG coming out on November 17th.
Yeah,
okay?
So they're going to shadow drop a Zelda.
Why the hell? Yeah, when you're trying to sell Mario RPG, which is like, people are pumped about that. Not a huge thing though. Right now, Zelda is as big as it's ever been. You're gonna just shadow drop a Zelda game anywhere near that and completely cannibalize your sales. Why the fuck would anybody do that? It makes no sense.
Now, you can make an argument that it could be December. It could be like December 2nd.
Even if it's December.
Let's look at a calendar, Drip. Let's see. What possible day could they do it in December here? Oh, perfect. December 1st. December 1st is a Friday, 2023. We could see it's possible if they're going to do any shadow drop of the sort, it would be a Friday. So there you go.
But why
1st.
Would they do that?
They wouldn't. I don't even want to talk about the shadow. They're not going to shadow drop a Zelda game, and they're most certainly not going to put a Zelda game out in 2023 unless it's a shadow drop. So it's already, this tweet's wrong. Now, I want to forget about
hold on. I want to go back before we move on. I want to talk about something else with that too, because I know there's a whole nother thing where it's like, well, they shadow dropped Metroid and they shadow dropped Pikmin, but Pikmin and Metroid are not Zelda.
No offense, because I'm a fan of both franchises now that they've shadow dropped.
I mean, listen, I love Metroid Prime Remake is one of the best games on the Switch. It looks amazing. It's great. They shadow dropped it. They will not do that with a Zelda game. They will give it proper marketing and make the money that they can make off of a Zelda game. Do you agree?
I do agree. Absolutely. But here's where I not disagree, but I think you're missing a little bit, is that you can still market a game even if it's shadow dropped.
You can, yeah, because the physical and
how many people played Wind Waker HD? At most,
not as many that should have.
No, so like it's not like it's something that a lot of people have played before. There's not a ton of people who've played Wind Waker HD, so it's very possible that they treat Wind Waker HD, a GameCube game, or Twilight Princess HD, which are both GameCube games, which have only been the games being shadow dropped these days, if you recall, from Nintendo. It's very possible. I mean, I'm not saying I don't think it's. I keep saying it's possible and it's impossible. I'm being very contradicting.
I just don't think they'll do it.
I don't think they're going to do it. It's still possible. It's still possible they could do it. I just don't. I viscerally don't think it's going to happen.
I mean, honestly, you're right, because let's think about this. Before they did what they did with Metroid Prime remastered, would you think in a million years Nintendo would ever do that? No,
absolutely not.
No,
that's why I think it's
That's
why I think it's possible. I really do think it's possible because they've already done it, but which is with a franchise that wasn't dead, but was
Zelda.
Certainly not nearly as big as Zelda.
Yeah, it never has been, and that's the thing. Like, Zelda was big; it's a big franchise, but it wasn't.
No,
it wasn't doing Mario numbers at the time. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, I don't know. I just think they know what they have there, and they were wanting to put one of these games out every year. So next year, it makes sense, because we're not gonna get a new Zelda game on the Switch, and we're in remake, remaster land right now anyway with Nintendo. That's what we're doing. So yeah, next year makes sense for us to see. My guess, if you want to get into this part of it, my guess is it's Twilight Princess, it's Wind Waker. It's one of those that are already remastered, already redone in HD that we had on the Wii U. That they just bring over to the Switch,
like literally pick up, recode slightly, which we've known for months.
They don't even have to do that.
We've known for months it's already been ready. We know this game can run on Switch
good
already.
God, yeah. Well, and like we talked about this a few times. What it actually takes to just move over a Wii U port.
Yeah,
a small team. It takes like a month. It's not a big deal.
And it has to be done already. It's already done.
Yeah, like that's, and they've just been strategically like, okay, when are we going to put this out? And we are here. If it's coming to the Switch, we are here. Like the last part of this next year, because that's what we're seeing. It's remakes.
It's
remasters.
I have already said on the record that if it wasn't coming in the last direct, it's not coming. So I have to stand my ground and say it's never coming still. Excuse me, I'm like wheezing now from those coughs. I don't know what happened to me. Anyway, I've already been on record saying that I don't think the games are coming because they didn't come to the last direct, and I gotta stand by that. I think the games aren't coming. I think for some reason Nintendo has just decided that these games are not coming to Switch, and but I want to play, for the sake of the episode, I do want to play the side, because I wanted, of course. I want to play the side of, let's just pretend like it is coming. Forget about the timeline. I don't really care about the timeline. It's soon. Right? His 2023 thing is obviously bogus. It's obviously bogus, but I think it's just soon, right? So do you think that it's, because I already said I don't think it's coming. Do you think it's even coming? Like do you honest to God think at this point, we pretty much know the Switch 2 is coming out next year. And we know that the game's not, the HD port's not coming this year. It's too soon. Right? For the timeline that he gave. Is it possible, man? Is it possible that we're getting this game on the Switch at all?
Yeah. I think, yes, I think it is very possible still. I think it's 100% possible to get these games. We don't even know. We're going to just pretend like this is actually happening, okay?
Yes. Okay.
We don't even know if these are the games.
Right. Now
that's where a remake, it could be remaster. I don't know. But I do want to pop something up on screen here. Power Mad with the $1.99 super chat. Appreciate you. It would take a dual screen to move Wind Waker and Twilight Princess HD over. Not necessarily. I see what you're saying with that, because it was on a system with the two screens. Appreciate the super chat, man.
Yeah,
thank you so
man.
much for that. But no, it wouldn't, because really all you had on those screens were your menus. You could put those menus right back where they go, and hit the plus button. Like, you could put them right back where they go. It didn't really have any huge effect on the gameplay. You got your map down there, which was nice. I will say it was very nice to play those games on those systems.
Yes.
Because of the extra screen.
Right.
It was amazing because you know your items are right there. You just literally like move it over to the slots. You don't even have to press pause.
Let me interject.
Real time.
Let me interject because I actually, not that I think it was bad. I don't think it was bad. I actually preferred not to do it that way. I still paused because
really?
I get this anxiety. Like I can't just leave my game running without worrying that a bokoblins going to come and knock me in the back of the head. You know what I mean? Like I have to like maybe out in sea. Possibly, in Wind Waker, you could. I was not too worried about, but it's probably Princess, man. Like, I don't know, that game. I was gonna say.
No, I understand.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to get bopped in the back of the head by a book.
Yeah,
so,
I don't know.
So I would pause my game, take my time, and really think about what is the strategic thing to do. So basically, what I'm saying is, I didn't utilize the gamepad properly. So and. I don't know. It didn't bother.
Fine.
Didn't bother me.
It's okay.
It doesn't bother me.
All I'm saying is, you don't. It doesn't have to be done that way. You did it the old-fashioned way, which is very easy to do on the Switch. It could totally happen.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and unless we get that other thing we just talked about, then they just poured it to that. I don't know. Either way, back to kind of what we were talking about. We don't know that those are the games. We don't even know for sure that those are the two games. Let's say the ZR just stands for Zelda. I mean, whatever you want to call it, remaster, remake.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's a lot of games. There's a lot of games that aren't.
But there's been a lot of rumors that like companies that work on Zelda ports, Zelda HD remasters, remakes have been working on those games. There's tons of fairly credible rumors out there that we've got Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons redone from Grezzo, I think, or Tantalus, one of them. I don't know who did it. But then also an original Zelda remake. Those ones, I don't know how much those actually have. I don't know how credible those are. But the other one, the Ocarina of Time remake thing, that's been going around for a long time.
Yeah.
And I mean, we see what people are making with like Unreal Engine and like Ocarina. Could you imagine what could be done with that game?
Could
you imagine?
I don't have to imagine it. I've seen it. There has been a person. I don't remember their name. I can't give them credit, unfortunately.
Yeah. Oh man,
they remade it in Unreal Engine. And it's just stunning. It's just absolutely stunning. So no need to imagine it. We've seen it, and they should just hire the freaking guy. I think we talked about that.
I was just about to say that.
We talked about this in the podcast like 2 years ago.
Yeah,
because just hire the freaking guy.
Nintendo won't do that. No, Nintendo will shut him down.
Right.
Nintendo will send him a cease and desist letter. Sega found some guys making a Sonic game, hired them.
And
Sonic Mania was the
Sonic
game, right?
Mania. Yeah, Sonic Mania. Yep.
They hired the guy. They hired him because he made an awesome Sonic game. They were like, bring that over here. We're going to make that a real game.
Nintendo has real disconnect with the current gaming culture.
Yeah. They're starting to get a little bit better, but they're terrible.
The Japanese culture is a mystery to me in general, and especially when we're talking about Nintendo and the way that they're doing things right now. And they really the way they always have done.
It's old school Japanese business practices.
It's very bizarre in this day and age to do that. Just into many like content creation is mainly what I'm talking about, right? Like, this is not that podcast. We won't talk about that here, but that's basically we can make conclusions based off the way they've handled content creation. Nintendo has.
For a long time.
Yeah.
You couldn't even like people who made this is before my time. But for a long time, you couldn't even make Nintendo content and use anything. You could not use your own. They would strike you down if you used your own gameplay of their games. Right. That's how bad it was for a long time.
The disconnect to understand that that's free advertising and that sells copies. It makes super fans. I have been made a Zelda freaking super fan because of YouTube.
Yeah.
That wouldn't have happened otherwise. I was a gamer for my whole life, right?
Yeah.
But I never touched Zelda. And then all it took was YouTube. And now I buy everything.
Everything.
Like how do they not understand that sells stuff? It wasn't their stupid YouTube ads that they put out. It's Joe Schmo. Actually, his name is Chris Starcher. Like That's who sold Zelda to me. Like,
Hey,
come
you know
on,
what?
guys.
You know
Like,
what?
I don't understand.
You're
that.
welcome, Geeb, and you're welcome, Nintendo.
Thank you, both of you.
Out here doing the work. I mean, I'm putting Nintendo on my back here. What can I say?
Yeah.
But I mean, back to the point. Yeah, I mean, a game like that, a game like Ocarina of Time, that if this is, and again, this is it's probably not, but if I got to pick any of them, that might be the one.
Yeah.
Just because I know what we've seen other people actually do with it, and damn, that could be so good. That could be so good. I mean,
but what about some other stuff here? What about like 3DS stuff, like the World Between Worlds?
Oh man, I'd love to see a Link Between Worlds. Just I don't even care, dude. See,
Link Between Worlds? I want a World Between. That's the one I want. The 3DS.
Yeah, Link Between Worlds.
It's a world. It's a Link. You're right.
Link Between Worlds.
Oh,
You're thinking of Super Nintendo, Link to the Past, probably.
Yeah,
they kind of sound similar and are on the same maps.
Yep,
it's fine. I got you. Don't worry. But you know what? Thinking about that, you may be onto something there, because that's the era we're in. Me sitting here talking about a full-on Ocarina of Time remake, like it's one thing to remake Mario RPG. Like, that's cool, super cool.
Mm-hmm.
That is not remaking Ocarina of Time, arguably one of the best Zelda games ever. Like, that's a huge deal. I don't know if that's the end of the Switch life type of thing to do. But you're right. Pulling a Link Between Worlds from the 3DS, putting a little polish on that is definitely an end of the Switch era thing to do for sure.
It's 2D,
we saw them.
It's automatically there's less interest in general. So to bring up the interest and hype the interest, bring it onto the Switch, the most successful Nintendo console ever made. At the end of the life cycle, the end of the life cycle is a little barren.
2D Zelda down the road.
The end of the life cycle is a little bit barren for Nintendo in general. So to put a Zelda game out and one that wasn't initially talked about, but now to get it talking and get it selling is something that's really interesting.
That's it. That's what's happening.
I mean,
never mind. This is totally real, and it's that. We'll see it next summer in June.
I mean,
podcast over.
Honestly, though, I think if anything, all right, bye guys. No. But if anything's gonna happen, I really do think it would be Wind Waker, specifically, not Twilight Princess. It's when we've already talked about many times in this podcast that Wind Waker is the perfect Zelda Switch game to get ported over before any others. It'd be Wind Waker. It's the right time frame because all this GameCube crap's getting thrown over right now. Why not more GameCube crap?
The GameCube thing is huge. Well, technically, Twilight Princess is also GameCube, but.
Yeah, right. But again, between Twilight Princess
it's
Wind
more
Waker
era.
Yeah, between those two games, which one is more Switch-like? Definitely Wind Waker. It's like Skyward Sword was ported, right? Skyward Sword was ported. Wind Waker. It makes sense to put Wind Waker. It's that cartoony art style would translate better.
Well, it's the same thing with
the art style
Tears
holds
of the
up
Kingdom.
way better.
The cell shaded art. So yeah,
mm-hmm.
I mean, that is the one thing. As much as that, I love Twilight Princess, my favorite Zelda game ever.
Yeah.
When it comes to how well they've held up, and even how well the ports were done, the HD ports.
Yeah.
I mean, Wind Waker. Was it probably easier to do with the cell shaded stuff? Yeah, probably. But man, it looks fantastic.
Yes,
on the Wii U, it looks like you don't need to do anything to that.
And
just
it's
put it on the Switch as is. It's perfect.
It's only
it looks so good.
720p.
Yeah.
You put it up to 1080. It'll be 1080 on the Switch, at least.
Yeah,
docked.
And it'll run 60.
And handheld, we have the OLED. So it's gonna be get a benefit
and it'll be
from
720 on an OLED running 60 frames per second. That'd be nice.
I mean, Skyward Sword was an amazing upgrade. Let alone what they could do with Wind Waker. I mean, come on.
I agree. I don't know. I think thinking now about it, the 3DS just moving Link Between Worlds over.
Yeah.
That is the move right now. It feels like, doesn't it? Like it's low effort, but still like very cool.
Yeah. Well, Drip, before we end it off here, which game do you want to be remade? We talked about the kind of ones we think most likely and what would be sensible, but what do you think? What's the one that you just want? And chat,
I keep going
those
back.
in the YouTube comments or in the live chat, let us know what game what Zelda game?
Yeah. We'll talk about it in the after
want
show
to be
for sure.
remade?
I keep going back. You know what I'd really like to see? I would really honestly like to see the original Zelda game, the first Zelda game redone. Like completely redone. Like the first one. I would love to see that completely redone.
Link to the what game was that? On Switch. The Zelda game, the 2D Zelda was remade. Well, the name escapes me right now.
On the Switch? Oh yeah. Like Link.
What is it? It's
what the hell is it?
I don't know. What the I say ships. The egg.
Why do I not know
this? The big
this?
egg.
Link?
The ship. He crashes. I'll tell you the plot of the game. He crashes on the island.
How do we not know the name?
God,
Link?
Somebody help us, please. Why
do we not know the name?
That
of that? Yeah.
Anyway, that game. We all know what game we're talking
Link's
about.
Awakening.
Link's Awakening.
Got it.
Thank you.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, but not like that. I don't want that art style.
No, you don't want that art style. Okay.
No. We did that. It's cool. That was cool. I don't want that art style though. No, I want a different one. I like that art style. I think it's really cool.
But what about 8-bit? Like, what about just new age, modern HD 8-bit?
I don't want that. No.
But what would you want then?
I don't know. I mean, I'm putting this up on screen.
Yeah, I see that. Thanks, Meg.
I'm not. I don't want that. That's the thing. I don't know what I want. I didn't know I wanted them to make everything look like toys in the Link's Awakening remake, but I did. Once they did it, I was like, "This is amazing. This looks so cool." Didn't know I wanted that. I don't want to. You know. I want them to figure it out for me, G.
That's a fair answer. That's a fair answer.
But I want the original one done. I really want that. I want the original one done.
Yeah.
I think that would be mine. What's yours?
What game do I want? Now, obviously, I've want Wind Waker Twilight Princess. I think if I had first choice, it'd be that.
Yes.
We can't
count that though.
Yeah. Right. So to be fun here with the for sake of conversation, we talked about it already. I really want a Link Between Worlds. That freaking game is in my top 5 Zelda games. I've only played however many 7, 8 Zelda games, but like that is in my top 5.
Yeah. I mean it's in my top 5.
It is. It's just spectacular. That's
the thing.
I'll retell this story I haven't told in a while.
I lumped those together. Yeah. I think I did it in my top 5 video. I want to make a new top 5 video because my top 5 is different now. But
yeah,
I lumped that one together with A Link to the Past because I don't know. A Link Between Worlds and A Link to the Past, they're different games. I get that. They're on the same map though. They have that same feel. Different, but the same. I always just put those together.
Let me tell this story real fast, Rip, if I may, because I haven't told the story in a while. So when Hero, community member, friend of ours, Hero of Time, he sold Mrs. Geeb a 3DS XL to gift to me for my birthday. I think it was my birthday. And
the blue one?
The blue one, yeah. And one of my first games that I picked up were Ocarina of Time 3D and A Link Between Worlds. And I had full intention of, when I was looking at the games online, I was like, man, I don't know which one I'm gonna like better. I'm gonna pick up both, but I really think I'm obviously never played Ocarina of Time before. That one's gonna be the one. Everyone says that's the one.
Yeah.
Right? I'm gonna pick up Link Between Worlds because it's the other Zelda game, and I'm gonna pick it up anyway. And I did that, and what I did was I was like, I'll play Link Between Worlds first because I don't think I'm gonna like it that much. So I'm just gonna get through it. Then I'm gonna to build that suspense for Ocarina of Time, and then I did that, and I was caught off guard of how much I like that game. I was like, holy hell, this is the game, man, for me. I played through that game twice, and I don't do that. I don't do that. I don't play games once.
I do it with Zelda games, but usually it's years later.
Right.
I played that was
I did it back to back. Mrs. G played it 3 times. Back to back to back. This is COVID. This is we were locked down. We had nowhere to go.
Well, hey, not to brag, but my second playthrough of that game, you know, it counts your deaths.
Yeah.
0.
Here's a fun fact: my first playthrough didn't die once
until
until the final boss battle. I had died exactly 13 times in a row.
Wow!
I could not beat not
I
spoiling
rolled the credits
end
with
of the
zero
game, not
deaths,
spoiling it.
my
I
friend.
could not beat that game or beat that boss. Like I didn't die once the entire playthrough, and I died 13 times. I was gonna rage quit. I looked up YouTube tutorials. I was asking the community. I remember Narchu and Joe and Hari helping me out, like telling me what to do. I was going bananas.
That's a tough boss. That's the one where you have to get in and shoot the arrow around the outside of the. Oh yeah,
I feel like I was fighting a 3DS
so
more than I was anything else because I hate the circle pad, as you all know. I hate the circle pad.
It's uncomfortable. There's no question about it.
But yeah, it's funny for me. I'll just tell this too. It's a quick one. I do that with Zelda games. I do that with games. Like when I purchased Breath of the Wild before I made content on the internet, before I ever played a Zelda game in my life. My first 2 games I picked up on Switch, besides the couple that we got, like Mario Kart, Animal Crossing. That's what Mrs. Geeb and I wanted. Just the first 2 games. The first 2 games, besides the obvious ones to get. What I got, the Link Between, the Link Awakening remaster, and I picked up Breath of the Wild. And again, never played either one before. I was like, I don't think I'm gonna like Breath of the Wild that much. But I'm gonna play that one first because I think I'm gonna really like a Link, the remake game. I love the art style. I thought it was cute and everything. Let me boot up Breath of the Wild for the first time. I'll play that one first. The same thing. This was before obviously the 3DS thing. So I made that mistake thinking, oh, I'm gonna play this game first. I don't think I'm gonna like it. I made that mistake twice. And Breath of the Wild obviously I was very wrong. I was like, oh my god, this game is freaking amazing. And then I finished the Breath of the Wild obviously, and then I played the remake. I don't like the remake.
I know you don't like that.
I
know you don't like
it.
that one.
I never
really enjoyed that. I've played that one twice on stream. No, I played it once on stream, but I played it the first time by myself, then played it on stream. See, that's another one I would stream again completely. I have so much fun playing that game. I love that game.
Yeah.
Link's Awakening, so good.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, this is another one too. I wanted to talk about quickly before we wrap this all up. I think one that they could really, and again, I don't think this is the time because of where we're at in the Switch's life. Honestly, I think A Link Between Worlds makes the most sense. It's probably the easiest, either that or the 2 that are already done in HD. Very easy. But what about Minish Cap? That's one they could do but that's one they could do a lot with.
They could.
Like they're getting tiny. Like they could really make that look spectacular.
That's a really cool candidate. I mean, let's be honest. All of them should be remade at some point in their life because they're all spectacular, but in their own way.
Yeah.
But I think that's it's not right time, not right place, not right time because we already have Minish Cap on Switch. I just don't think it's the right time, right place. But I think that's a game that should get one. Excuse me.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Well, guys, in the chat, in the live chat, in the YouTube chat, make sure to leave your comment down below what game you think Nintendo should remake. I'll make a YouTube poll even later on tonight after we're done with being live here. Put that up as well. You can vote on that. But make sure to put those comments in. We want to see what games you guys would think would be remade. Those in the live chat, we'll get to those in the after show. We'll talk about those. All your comments in the live chat, we'll get to those and talk about that in the after show, which is right now. Guys, thanks for listening to this episode. And thank you to Binbok for sponsoring this episode. Make sure to check out Binbok's links down below. Pick up that awesome controller. It has a really long name, Drip. What's the name?
I don't remember. It's too long.
But make sure to
controller though.
Yeah, make
Links
sure
down
to
below.
support Binbok. They support us. That's really cool of them. And Drip obviously has a good relationship with them. And yeah, so we're looking forward to more episodes with Binbok. And we really appreciate you guys checking out this episode. And make sure to stick around for the after show. But for the rest of you guys, we'll see you guys next week.
Peace.
After show. It's that time, everybody. It's the after show. The time where we talk to you guys in the chat specifically and by name. That's what time it is. Where's the button? This is the button. I pressed the wrong button. There we go. It's the after show. Welcome, everybody. So far, the only one I see in there, there's 2. Link's Awakening and Shibby.
No, that was because we didn't know the name.
Oh, okay. Well, the only one was Shibby. What's up, Shibby? Shibby had said, I totally see a link between worlds on the Switch, which it should be. That game needs to be on Switch. I think that's a perfect one to bring out in 2024.
And we've talked about this. Like they did that. It was Capcom who did it, but still, that Monster Hunter game that they brought from and they've done it with other games too. I just can't remember which ones they've been. There's been 3DS games moved to the Switch. That's the thing about the 3DS that not a lot of people realize. I don't think they don't make those games at that low resolution. There's a master copy of that game at a higher resolution somewhere. They had to, it goes down when they put it on there. Like, they don't develop it at that resolution.
Right.
So, I mean, it's already probably basically done somewhere. I mean, maybe not at 1080p or whatever, but I mean...
Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm really interested to see what, if anything, I don't think anything is happening this year. In 2024,
it's not happening this
to
year.
fill out the library for 2024.
Real, especially, I was so pumped about this, and then I saw where it was coming from and what it was, and I was like, dude, what the fuck? Are you serious? This is what we're getting excited over?
There's nothing a lot. They're not giving us much to get excited for right now. We have a couple things to look forward to that are somewhat...
No, we're in the selling season right now.
It would just be nice for them to update us. Like, I feel like Nintendo, again, the weird way that they do business, it's just like, why don't they give us something to get excited for? Like, give us a nugget for the Switch 2. Why do they gotta keep it a total secret like this? Just release a Metroid Prime 4 remastered kind of trailer, 40-second little swish of something, a logo or something, just to get us excited.
Been their thing lately, man. Their release windows from announcement have just been very small, and it's been working really well for them. So, I mean, that's why. Because look at us. We're all just over here drooling like, give us something.
Yeah.
Give us something.
Yeah. Mr. Murray, what's up, man? How you doing?
I mean, I did learn this a long time ago back in the band days. We used to play short sets for a reason, okay? Because that reason is you always leave them wanting more. You can't give them everything they want. You got to leave them wanting more. Then they come back.
Just like this episode. Bye, guys. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. We're not gone yet. You can't get rid of us that fast. Come on. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Bad joke. That's the second. You can't do that joke twice. It's bad enough.
In 20 years, we're gonna get the Breath of the Wild remake. Oh God,
I can't wait
Shibby.
for that. Can't
Good
wait
Lord.
for that. How cool.
I mean, listen. In 20 years, yeah, I'm gonna be like, hell yeah, that's awesome. give me my teeth.
You're gonna be what, in your 50s? Then that's gross. Yucky.
20 years?
Yeah, that's yucky.
Yeah,
You'll be touching 60.
47. No,
57. You'll be touching 90, dude.
Close to 90. Yeah. I like your math.
Oh my God, Majora's Mask needs a remake.
Yeah, I mean, no,
same reason
Ocarina of
for
Time
Ocarina
needs
of Time.
a remake before Majora's Mask.
Agreed.
Like, you got to remake the first one first. You have to.
And
then, of course, that's going to spark all the people talking about, like, what about about Majora's Mask? It's the same engine. It's the same stuff. I mean, I guess, is the remake easier if it's, like, done in the same, like, engine with all the same whatevers?
I love your sentence.
Like all the assets?
I don't know.
Is the remake easier to make if you've already made one and then you have another game that uses a lot of the same assets?
Probably, yeah. That could be a double pack, actually.
I wonder if that's something that's like a thing.
Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask
fully,
double pack. It's the same, like you're saying, it's the same assets.
Yeah, they use, I mean, it's all the same stuff, basically. I mean, there's new stuff, but a lot of the same stuff is used.
Hey, appreciate you, Shibby. Thanks for hanging out, man.
Yeah, thanks for hanging. Majora's Mask 2D version. Like a link between, or a link to the past. Yeah. I mean, I would like to see that. That would be a cool thing, too. We never really even talked about that. But a Zelda game just not remade, just completely reimagined. Like,
right.
Fully. Like, not even in the same, whatever, like he's saying, take a 3D game and move it to a 2D thing. Map's still the same, but you're on a 2D, like a top-down Zelda. That would be cool.
It would be.
Or it would also be very cool to see something like the original Zelda moved to a 3D map.
That would be very cool. That'd be very
nuts.
Cool. We got the 15 likes. Thanks, guys, for 15 likes. You guys are awesome. You fantastic people. I love you all. Thank you very much.
Hey, again, Power Mad. Really fucking appreciate the super chat.
Really do, man.
Really,
appreciate
really
you.
honestly appreciate
and
that.
listen,
Thank you.
on Discord, he was talking about how YouTube screws overseas people, at least in Britain, where the currency is more expensive than America's. America's currency is lower right now. His super chat was more money than actually should have been. So thank you for doing that anyway, even though because YouTube's kind of screwing you over there.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate you, man. Yeah. Anybody else have any good ideas for what game you personally would like to see on the Switch? Which Zelda game?
When would this even come out, man? Like, if it was, let's say it was announced, like, when the fuck would it even come out?
Man, Power
What's
Man.
the release schedule?
Power Man did have he had follow up earlier. He was talking about that. Where was it? What did he say?
I need to look at the release schedule.
He had put a timeline out there. Where was the timeline? January or February, and it could be announced between those 2 months.
Yeah, okay, but
it could come out in March.
Okay, yeah. What's in March though? Don't we have a game in March already?
Not that I remember. What games do we even know? We only know one. Actually, we don't even know when it's coming out. We don't know when what the hell's that game called? My brain is fogging right now. The Mario game that we know. 1,000 paper thousand door. What orientation of those words?
That's it.
1,000-year paper.
No.
1,000-year door.
Paper Mario.
Paper Mario.
The 1,000-year door. Holy shit.
I'm getting like hot. I'm like overheating.
No, listen, that was amazing. Whatever you just said, I want that as a clip.
Sure.
Paper door 1,000. Okay, I pulled this up. I want to see. Right, there's other games too. You're forgetting about a bunch of shit, man.
Can I leave you for a second? I need to wipe my head off. I also need to pee like real bad.
Yeah, so, you're good. You're fine. You come back. I'm going to talk about this release schedule as soon as I find it. Okay, this site said they had it and they don't have it. Where is it? Very paper, much 1,000. Yes. Could get a Zelda port. Make a February direct. That's okay. That makes way more sense. I think that makes a ton more sense than just some random thing being announced at the end of the year. We're not in announcement territory right now. November and December are for selling. They're for selling. That's what they do in November and December. Even January, the beginning of January, still, everybody's got their Christmas money, you know, the holidays are completely over. New Year's is done. People go to the malls, buy their stuff. They're selling things. They don't want to give anybody any more to look forward to just yet. They're going to let you get your Switch, get your stuff, get comfortable, then wait till February like they do every year. Give us a direct. Show us all the new stuff. That's what they do. I just don't see it changing now. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. I'm trying to find the damn release schedule for Nintendo, and I cannot find it.
I don't think they have a lot released announced. They've
let me just go to Nintendo.
Like, what's announced? Is Luigi's Mansion even announced?
Yeah, it doesn't have a date. Summer.
Right. Like we don't have dates for this stuff. There is no release schedule.
But you're forgetting the Peach game. It got a date.
Early. Yeah, it's early.
But that's in like February. It comes out on Valentine's Day or something, right? Am I wrong?
Let's see. 2024-5. That's a long time from now.
2024-5, yeah. That's the year. Very paper.
March 22nd.
March 22nd.
So yeah, it couldn't be March.
Yeah, they're not gonna step on the toes of that.
No.
Let me get on actual Nintendo.
Sorry, I'm like got a headache and started to sweat and I had to pee.
Are you all right, man?
I was dying.
Are you dying?
I was. I'm better now.
Dying, bro?
Very much paper thousand.
Yeah, we've all had a laugh about that already. But yes, that's a good one. Laughing pretty hard on that one. Don't forget to get your new Pikmin 4 wallpaper for November.
Oh my god. Yes.
I've been using them, man. They're good.
Have you?
Yeah.
Cool.
Where the hell's this damn release schedule?
Where's this damn release schedule?
Anybody pumped for the new Fortnite map? I'm quite excited. I'm quite excited for one thing specifically. The fact that one of my favorite skins, Lil Whip, is now going to have a buddy named Lil Split.
Lil
but
Split,
it's
Lil Split,
It's Peely
Lil
as a
Split.
banana split.
Take
and
your
he's
whips. Take your whips.
Dude, I'm very excited about that. It's in the battle pass. I can't wait. Cannot wait.
I'll be playing some Ford after the podcast here. That'd be.
Are you gonna play tonight?
I think I want to get this podcast uploaded first. That takes me about 15 to 30 minutes, and then
my night is editing. I'm gonna be editing a lot.
Yeah, I just need a
I don't know
couple
if
battle
that's
stars to get the meme kid. Then I'll be happy.
It's coming soon. Here we go. My God, that shouldn't take me that long. Yeah. Okay, we got Peach. Oh yeah, we got Mario, Donkey Kong. Mario versus Donkey Kong's February.
Yeah.
Wait, what's the date today?
Next year is such a mystery. 11/2, November.
Oh
2nd.
yeah, WarioWare comes out tomorrow.
Right.
I mean, I'm over War. I'm sorry.
Especially the move, Wario move. I'm just not.
Yeah, but Joy-Con, yeah, it ain't happening.
No.
Now this is one I am actually looking forward to. Not a Nintendo game. That Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown. That looks great, dude.
Yeah.
That looks fantastic. I can just tell the movement in that one and the way that that is all happening. That is going to be a game I'm really I'm going to get into that. That's going to be like one of those like Metroid Dread type things.
Yeah.
I feel like it's going to give me a lot of those vibes. It looks like that. The movement's a lot like that too. It's going to make me happy. And then dude, Bluey comes out the 17th of this month. Let me tell you something right now. It's got fucking Keepy Uppy, bro. It's got Keepy Uppy.
When you said to me earlier,
Steve said, "What the hell is Keepy Uppy?" Oh my God, my oldest child's calling me. I'll call her back after this.
How dare you hang up on your child?
I didn't hang up on her. It's still ringing.
Keepy Uppy.
It's got Keepy Uppy, dude,
so
as one of the games. Like, I'm sorry, that's awesome. And I'm sure it has all the other stuff, like the claw machine. The dad acts like a claw machine. I'm sure there's all kinds of fun stuff. I can't, like, it's made by, what's the company that makes this? They make all the games that are like this, like all the Peppa Pigs and all the stuff. Who is it?
They're all kind of crap.
Yeah, Outright Games. Yeah, they're all kind of garbage.
Yeah.
So it worries me for this, but like the games and like the characters in this, like listen, Bluey is like,
this ain't no Peppa Pig. Bluey is worldwide.
yeah, dude. Listen, Bluey's amazing. Ask any adult with kids who, if your kids watch Bluey, you probably watch Bluey.
If you have a fiance who is a teacher of children, you know who Bluey is.
Yeah. No, I mean every adult should know who Bluey is.
Bluey's good.
I mean,
Bluey's good. Bluey's not Blue's Clues level, but Bluey is.
oh my God, way beyond, dude. Are you serious? Way beyond. Crazy beyond. Listen, Bandit is like the best dad on the planet, dude. Like any dad should strive to be Bandit. It's
Steve
not
is your
possible
best
to do.
friend. Steve is the best friend of any child.
There, Matt Moran says, I watch Bluey more than my kids. I'll tell you this. There was one night I was down at Matt Moran's house and we were sitting there, no children to be found.
Dude, you and I and Matt and Miss and Abby, like we all were fucking at your house watching fucking Bluey because you were like, oh, you never seen Bluey before? You gotta watch fucking Bluey.
But we were watching it at his house. We were just sitting there, you know, having a few beers. No kids in sight.
Watching Bluey.
We watched it for hours.
Probably because you were too gone to really think about turning something else on.
No, because it's that good. You don't need to turn anything else on. It's good. It's hilarious, man. That's the thing. It's so good. It's so good.
Man. I feel like the music was a sign. I think we should wrap it up here, Drippy.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Keepy Uppy. We shouldn't play Keepy Uppy with this episode any longer. It's time to put it down.
Yeah, we'll let it drop. That's fine. Don't let it hit the grass though, because if it's the grass, it'll pop.
That's right. Thank you guys in the chat for hanging out tonight. It was fun, of course, as always. Again, if you guys missed our members podcast, that happened just a couple days ago. Drip and I got on live stream, did a nice little members podcast. Where
guys, become a member.
Become
a member.
The link is down below. It's a fun time.
It helps us. It helps us out so much.
It does. It helps us out a ton, more than you guys
And you
can
get
know.
to hang out with us in private podcasts that you basically get to be a part of.
Yeah, yeah. If you guys are in the chat hanging out as a member, you do chat like you do in our podcast. You know, typically in this podcast that we do a lot for everybody, we don't interact with chat that much. Unless it's a super chat or something that is really relevant to the particular conversation we're talking about, we don't really mention it because it makes for bad podcast content. But as far as like for members only, it's like basically like a private sesh with us, and we can like it is a private episode for you guys can kind of interject and stuff like that.
For the price of a cup of coffee. It's a great deal.
For half of us. 1 cup for him, or half cup for him, half for me.
Yeah.
That's all.
That's all I need.
Appreciate you guys, though. It doesn't matter.
Got an energy drink anyway.
You don't have to be a member. It's all good. If you guys are just hanging out in the live streams or watching our videos or listening to the audio.
We definitely appreciate that, too.
If you listen to the audio, too. And by the way, we do the audio stuff, too. I upload an audio podcast after this live stream. It's not just a live stream.
Wow.
I upload an audio version of this podcast.
Where do you upload that to?
Any podcast platform of your choice. You pick your podcast app.
So like Spotify?
Spotify. Yeah.
What about Apple?
Apple, yeah. You know, I gotta remove the Google from the intro because Google Podcast is dead. They killed it just like they kill all their other
YouTube
products.
now, right?
Yeah, they kill they kill all their fucking products. They killed Google Podcasts.
Stadia.
But yeah, so
Rip.
for sure, make sure to you don't have to be a member, but if you are a member, it really helps us out. All good stuff. Get podcast content. Lost your thought. Don't matter though. You guys are awesome. I'm gonna I don't know. I feel like I have to take a nap now. I don't know what happened to me. I'm alright. I'll be fine. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I was saying. I upload this podcast to audio platforms. I upload it to YouTube for it comes out as a video archive. Make sure to check that out. If you missed any of this episode, go back. Feel free to watch the archive when it comes out on Mondays. I also make YouTube shorts. You know, if you guys like YouTube shorts, make sure to check those out. We make them every now and again. Appreciate you guys.
You do.
I do. I do. And
You do.
I will do later. Thank you guys. See you next week.
Later.